Welcome to your Money Miracles video for the week of July 15th. French people are mean. This is a quote from a woman I met last week. So, what do you believe? I've heard this from many Americans and others who have visited Paris. Is it true? To me, there are no truths, only limiting beliefs and empowering beliefs. So, is this an empowering belief? Will it allow you to have a fun time in France? Well, this woman told me with absolute conviction, since she'd been to France many times, that they are mean, and she has many examples. I countered. Have you met all 68 million French people? Because this is the only way to know that they're all mean. I assume she's met 500 or maybe even 1,000. If all of them were mean to her, and we'll talk about the self-fulfilling prophecy in a second, then there are still over 67 million that could be kind, caring, and out to help her. Now, what happens once you've met a few dozen mean French people? You might assume that all are going to be mean to you, especially if you immediately speak to them in English instead of encountering them with a pleasant parlez-vous anglais? I believe this woman had been to France a few times, didn't have a good experience, and now assumes every interaction will be mean or an angry one. Now, thoughts become things. And instead of her thoughts being negative, she could have her thoughts and beliefs be positive and create her reality. My reality has just been the opposite. My first time in Paris in 1995, my two buddies and I came prepared. We practiced our 11th grade French, and we were ready when we got to the ticket counter at the metro. We said, "Display, s'il vous plaît?" While the Brits in front of us tried endlessly screaming at the woman behind the counter, "We need 10 tickets." Finally, they gave up, cursed the women, and left the metro to take a taxi, I presume. We went on our merry way, laughing and already having a great experience in the City of Lights. I'd love to hear your travel experiences. Here's today's powerful affirmation. Remember, say it out loud with emotion. It is natural for me to be wealthy. It is my birthright. So let's talk about some past and upcoming events. Thank you to everyone who attended the Master Connect show live last Wednesday at 1 p.m. Eastern. We had a great discussion about beliefs and intuition, desire, and abundance. Last Friday, my interview on Entrepreneurs Gone Wild went live. You can find the interview in the link below the video. Now, Sue also wrote a blog post based on our interview, which tells my story really well. And to be open with you, it made me cry. You can read that with the link below the video as well. I was also interviewed on your small business podcast with Rob Cameron, Down Under. This show will go live in just a couple of weeks later in July. I was also interviewed on the Focus on Why podcast with Amy Rowlandson. We had an amazing discussion on purpose, prosperity, and beliefs. You don't want to miss this one. It'll be out on July 30th, and you can find past episodes below this video. The Brand Called You podcast interview happened and is now live. Ashutosh from India has been doing this podcast for over 5 years, has more than 31,000 episodes. He averages more than 150,000 downloads per episode. And we talked about why I'm doing what I'm doing and some of your success stories. I even gave a powerful money manifestation technique, and you can watch the episode with the link below this video. And finally, thank you to everyone who attended today's speech at the In This Together Roundtable networking group. You know, I provided a technique to generate real financial abundance. So let's talk about a member of my network. Each week I highlight a member of my network, and this week it is Sue Anderson. She has a new service called Widely Known. She's helping mission-driven founders articulate their story and message so clearly in such an emotional, resonant way that their right fit clients instantly feels it's for them. You can connect with her at the egwpodcast@gmail.com. And each week I give you the notes of the book I read that past week. This week, the book is Wealth Building Secrets from the Bible by Jonathan Gerasi. The written notes are in my weekly email. So go over to solomore.com if you're not on the weekly and sign up for my weekly email. And I also recorded the audio notes in that email. So thanks for watching. I believe in you.